Okay, welcome back to English for You. I'm still Adam.
And I'm still Elsie.
And today we are going to continue talking about the Watoto choir.
Children's choir.
Children's choir, that's
So
correct.
we learned a lot about them yesterday.
That's right. We learned that they are based in Uganda in Africa. We also learned that they are all...
Children. They're all orphans.
They're all orphans as well. Yeah. And they travel around the world singing and putting on...
Performances.
Or where people perform is also called a what?
Concert.
A concert, okay. So that is our recap that we kind of learned from day one of the article. Let's continue and find out more of what's going to happen next.
Reading.
Watoto Children's Choir, helping children through music. The Watoto Church was founded by Canadian pastor Gary Skinner and his wife Marilyn in Uganda in 1984. At this time, Uganda was in the middle of a civil war. The Skinners wanted to use their faith to bring peace and hope to the people of Uganda. In 1994, they launched the Watoto Children's Choir. The choir performs both pop music and religious music. It has several albums and is popular in Uganda. However, it is even more popular outside Uganda and is toured around the world. One of the choir's goals is to give its members leadership skills. The choir wants each child to feel empowered and have a sense of responsibility. The choir is not the only way that the Watoto Church helps people. Another program it has is called Watoto Villages, in which it builds houses for people who don't have homes. In 2012, it started the Keep a Girl in School project. Many girls in Africa stop going to school because they cannot afford sanitary pads and tampons, so this program provides them. Children in Uganda face many challenges, but the choir and other Watoto programs give them the love and support of a family. It helps them feel optimistic about the future.
Okay, jumping right into our article today, it says, the Watoto Church was founded by Canadian pastor Gary Skinner and his wife Marilyn in Uganda in 1984. So there, everyone, we saw the word pastor. Pastor is a noun. He is a person, or she, a person who is the spiritual leader of a Christian church.
所以 pastor 指的是牧师，那我们的 Gary Skinner 他就是一位加拿大的牧师。Watoto 教堂呢，就是由他和他的 wife 他的太太在1984年的时候创立的。
Wow, I wonder what made them go to Uganda to start
to preach?
Yeah. All right.
传教。
Well, finding out more, the article then states, at this time, Uganda was in the middle of a civil war. There we see in the middle of verb plus ing, something. So what does that mean? It means to be in the process of doing something at the current moment. So I'm busy doing something, for an example.
And we can also say I'm in the middle of doing something. 那就是正忙于做某事，像是呢 They were in the middle of dinner when the earthquake happened. 地震发生的时候呢，他们正在吃晚餐。那课文说到呢，当时啊，乌干达正忙于 civil war， 也就是内战。
That's right. Oh, okay. So finding out more, the article then states the Skinners wanted to use their faith to bring peace and hope to the people of Uganda. So there we see the word faith, which is a noun. It is a strong religious belief. So we could say, for an example, despite the challenges in her life, she maintained her faith in her religion. So maybe she had a hard time, but she still had faith that things maybe will be good because of her religion.
Faith 这个名词呢，在这边指的是对神的信仰，也就是你的 religious faith 宗教信仰。那另外呢 faith 也可以当信心来解释哦，像是如果说I have faith in you， 我对你是有信心的，代表我相信你。那如果失去信心，那 you lose faith。再来呢，课文里头的 The Skinners， 那就是 Skinner 夫妻两人，像我们呢就是 The Moss、The Nelsons， 中文有一个，英文也有一个，就是用姓氏好来代表这个夫妻 The Skinners， 也就是 Skinner 夫妻。
Okay, yeah.
那他们呢，想要借由他们的信仰来带给乌干达人民 hope 希望还有 peace 和平。
Yeah, they wanted to bring peace and hope to the area of Uganda that was experienced in the Civil War.
So I think that was why they went to the country.
Yeah, exactly.
To help during the war.
What nice people so far. Okay, next our article says, in 1994, they launched the Watoto Children's Choir. There we see the word launch, which is a verb. It is to start or set in motion, to initiate an action or process. So for an example sentence, you could say, the company launched a new marketing campaign to increase sales. Or Apple just launched a new iPhone and everyone is going crazy because they want the new iPhone.
所以呢 launch 这个动词是发起或是展开。那像刚刚讲到的 launch a campaign，发起一项活动是很常见的搭配字。那还有像是呢 launch an attack，那就是发动攻击。那还有像刚刚讲到 Apple， 他们就是 launch a new product， 发行一个新产品，也可以用到这个动词。那1994年的时候呢 Skinner 夫妻发起了 Watoto 儿童合唱团。
Okay. Well, let's see what happens more, okay? All right, so next it says the choir performs both pop music and religious music. So there we see the word religious, which is an adjective relating to a belief in God or gods and abilities or activities that are connected to this belief. So for an example sentence, we could say something like, the religious festival was a time for families to come together and pray.
Religious 这个形容词就是宗教的。那他们呢会表演 Watoto 合唱团会表演与宗教相关的音乐。与宗教相关的音乐呢就是 religious music。那宗教信仰本身呢，这个名词我们可以用 religion。R-E-L-I-G-I-O-N. So for example, we can say he can't eat pork, it's against his religion. 他没有办法吃猪肉，就是有违他的宗教信仰的。
Yeah, many practicing Muslims don't eat pork.
像是穆斯林就是不吃猪肉。那回到文章来呢，我们说到合唱团表演的音乐，还有 pop music， 还有流行音乐哦。
Yeah, pop music. Do you like pop music?
I do.
Do you like religious music?
还好。
Okay, hi, so.
What about you?
Do you think you are, I like pop music. Are you a religious person, would you say?
I'm not. I don't have any religions. Do you?
I grew up.
Oh, yes.
You know, my mom is very religious,
right.
or pretty religious, but yeah, so.
So when you say a person is very religious, 那就代表他是很虔诚的一个人。
That's right, yeah. All right, well, continuing with our article, it says, it has several albums and is popular in Uganda.
哇，他们还有 albums， 也就是有出唱片哦。
Oh. Yeah, albums. Wow, so like the CDs or...
What is that big CD?
Well, it's an album, I think of
okay.
record, right? And this was back in 1994 when they first came there. So, finding out more about this, let's continue. It says next, however, it is even more popular outside Uganda and has toured around the world.
哇，那在这个句子里面呢，我们看到 even more popular 这个是副词修饰比较级的用法，怎么用呢？我们来看一下吧。今天的 Language in Focus 我们要讲到的是程度副词加上比较级的用法。那我们可以在比较级的前方加上程度副词，像是有什么呢？比如说 far, much, even 或是 a lot, a little。 都可以。那可以强调句子中呢的形容词或是另外一个副词的程度。那常见的程度副词我们刚刚提到了很多，它们各是什么意思呢？比如说 far, much, a lot 代表多。A little, a bit 或是 slightly 代表一些或是有一点，那 even 就代表的是甚至。放到句子里面，我们可以怎么用它呢？ For example, Billy runs a lot faster than his little brother. 代表呢 Billy 跑得比他的弟弟还要快上很多。好，所以这边你看到的是用 a lot 去修饰 faster 这个副词的比较级，所以是副词修饰副词哦。那要注意的是啊，程度副词 very它也可以用来修饰，可是它修饰的是原级，你不可以把它拿来修饰比较级，所以你可以比较一下以下的两个例句。第一个是 Jane is very good at playing the piano. Jane 很会弹钢琴。第二个是 Jane is slightly better at playing the piano than her sister.Jane 弹钢琴的功力比她姐姐强一点，所以这两个句子当中，第一个是原级形容词 good 的出现，所以前面你可以用 very 来修饰。不过在第二个句子当中呢，你看到是 better 比较级，所以前面呢我们要用的是 slightly 这个副词。那再来课文讲到的是 even more popular， 那就代表更受到欢迎，合唱团在乌干达以外更受欢迎。
Yeah, so they are so popular, they even toured around the world.
tour 做动词使用哦，指的就是在点点点巡回演出，所以他们还到全世界做巡回演出的动作。And then the article says, one of the choir's goals is to give its members leadership skills. 这边指的是培养团员的领导能力。
Yeah, leadership skills are very important throughout everyone's life.Next, the article says, the choir wants each child to feel empowered and have a sense of responsibility. There we see the word responsibility, which is a noun. It's the state or quality of being in charge of something, especially a duty or a task. Now, an example sentence we could say is, it is my responsibility to feed our cat every day.Also, it is my responsibility to clean the cat's bathroom
every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Responsibility 名词代表就是责任，所以像刚刚例句里面用到的 It's somebody's responsibility to do something，那就是做某事是某人的责任。那可以用形容词来说哈，形容词是 responsible， 负责任的，也就是 be responsible for something。对某事负责。So for example, you should be responsible for your own actions. 那就是你要为自己的行为负责。
That's right. If you mess up, you need to be responsible for your own actions.
That's right. 那 empower 这个字也在课文当中出现哦，代表的是给予某人权利或是使自主。那在课文当中呢，用 empowered 加上 ed， 它是一个过去分词做形容词的用法，那意思就是自主的。那再来 power 这个名词当然是权力跟力量，所以你把 em 放到字首去，它就表示使点点点进入某种状态，或者使点点点拥有某种特质。那这样子呢，会与 be、am 还有 p 开头的名词或形容词连用，变成一个动词哦。所以 power p 开头加上 em 变成 empower。那接下来课文说到 the article says, the choir is not the only way that the Watoto church helps people.
Right. Next, they actually have, the article says, another program it has is called Watoto Villages, in which it builds houses for people who don't have homes.
所以在 Watoto Villages 的计划当中呢，他们是会盖房子给无家可归的人居住。那接下来课文说到 In 2012, it started the Keep a Girl in School project. What is that project about?
Well, let's find out more. It says many girls in Africa stop going to school because they cannot afford sanitary pads and tampons. So this program provides them. Okay, so there we saw the two words sanitary pads and tampons.
And we also saw the verb afford. So they cannot afford sanitary pads and tampons. What does that mean?
All right, well, we're going to look into it further next. Okay, so in that sentence, we saw afford. Afford is a verb. It's to be able to pay for something with much difficulty or without much difficulty. So you could say, I can't afford to buy that new video game. It's too expensive. Or if you have a lot of money, you could say, it's no problem. I can afford to buy it. So afford and can't
afford.Afford 这个动词呢，就是负担得起。那否定就是 can't afford， 负担不起。Afford to buy something， 能够负担去购买某物。那你也可以直接加上那个物品，那个名词在 afford 的后面。所以像是呢，你也可以说 I can't afford that new video game. It's too expensive. 那再来，如果是可以负担的，我们可以用到形容词 affordable。也就是在字尾加上 able， 那像是 at affordable prices， 那就是在可负担的价格之内。
That's right. And next we saw the word sanitary pad, which is a noun. It's a type of female hygiene product worn in the underwear to absorb menstrual blood. Next we have tampon. Tampon is a type of also a female hygiene product worn inside the vagina.During menstruation to absorb menstrual blood.
所以 sanitary pad 指的就是卫生棉，那 tampon 指的就是卫生棉条。
Okay, and continuing with the article, it says next, children in Uganda may face many challenges, but the choir and other Watoto programs give them the love and support of a family.
没错，在乌干达的孩子呢，他们面临到许多的挑战，但是呢，合唱团还有其他的 programs、其他的计划都给他们爱和支持 ，love and support.
That's right. So even if they are orphans, they do have a sense of home and support and a sense of a family. Moving on, it says it helps them feel optimistic about the future. There we see the word optimistic.Optimistic is an adjective. It's having a positive and hopeful outlook or view about the future. So for an example sentence, we could say, the little boy was optimistic that his lost bicycle would be found soon. And then, so we also see there is optimistic about something. And then if you are optimistic about something, it is a phrase that means to have a positive or hopeful outlook about a certain situation or event. So you're thinking that it's going to be all okay in the end. So for an example sentence, we could say, the parents were optimistic about their daughter's chances of getting accepted into the famous university.Optimistic
这个形容词就是乐观的。那我们要说对某事感到乐观，可以是 be optimistic that 加上一个子句，或者是 be optimistic about something 也是可以的。那相反的话呢，我们就要用到悲观的这个形容词是哪个字呢？ Pessimistic. So do you think you're an optimistic or a pessimistic person?
I think I'm an optimistic person. I think that if you work hard enough and if you believe that in yourself and also if you have a good, group of friends and family around you or people that care, I think it's important to be optimistic because if you aren't optimistic, then you kind of go down into a depression,or you feel constantly sad maybe about the world or your circumstances. So for me, I'm an optimistic person. What would you say yourself is?
I think I am an optimistic person too.
Yeah.
So thanks to the church's help, the children in the choir are optimistic about their future.
That's right. It's great. So the choir has made some very big improvements, I guess you could say, and has made, or not improvements, but maybe made a big impact. And the Skinners have done a great job making an impact on this community in Uganda. So,
yeah, positive impact.
A positive impact. So.
没错. Okay, so we've learned a lot about them, and now we have to go to our For You Check question.
For You Chat.
Okay, so for our For You Chat question, it is, have you ever given money to a group that helps people? What group was it, and how do they help people?
Oh, I think I have. Now, I'm not doing it, but I used to donate a little bit of money to a charity group.
Okay.
Yeah, they helped, I think, people with Down syndrome.
Oh, very nice. That's very good. I know more and more people these days for Facebook and for their birthdays, they will go online and say, instead of giving me a present or a gift, please donate to my favorite charity or group. And so I have done that for the Parkinson's group, and it helps people that are suffering from Parkinson's and that ailment, and I think it gives back to the community. I think everyone should be doing it, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to help.
All right, so ask your classmates, or even if your teacher wants to volunteer, and ask them, have they ever given money to a group that helps people? What group was it, and how do they help people?
Okay, so we have to sign off now.
All right, well, I'm Adam. Thank you for watching For You.
And I'm Elsie. Thank you for watching For You too.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review. Faith. After the terrible war, Tommy didn't think it was possible for God to exist, so he lost his faith. Launch. The school launched a program to give free lunches to students without any money. Religious. This is a religious building, so you can come here to pray if you like. Responsibility. Being a country's president is probably the biggest responsibility a person could have. Afford. Harry's family cannot afford a vacation in another country, so they stay at home. Optimistic. Although we're going to India during the rainy season, I'm optimistic. I know we'll have fun no matter what.
智慧小补帖
Pastor. Sanitary pad. Tampon.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net